I'm Colin Daniel from riffninja.com, and today we have a series of lessons on a very cool trick to use for your solos to add character to what you're doing, to add to what you already have. And we're going to use the B string as our melody, and we're going to use the high E as our drone. And so we're going to do, it's not going to be horizontal, it's going to be a vertical scale using one string. And this is a great opportunity to use this to join other scales, which I'll discuss with you later. And we need to take a look at the progression for a minute. The progression is a 6-5-4 progression. That'd be an A minor, a G, and an F. And it's inspired by the end of Stairway to Heaven. And the reason why they call it a 6-5-4 progression is because it's related to the notes in the scale and where the chord root notes appear in the scale. And A minor, relative major, is C major, and we usually use the major scale as a reference point for scale degrees. It can be applied to the minor, but I don't want to make things too complicated, so we're applying it to the C major, which is the relative, and that's a common thing to do. It's very common thing when you're studying theory at college or whatever, that they'll relate everything back to the major scale. So the A minor becomes the 6 out of C major, the G major becomes the 5 out of C major, the F major becomes the 4 out of C major. And there you have your 6-5-4 progression that we're going to learn to solo over. We can solo in A minor diatonic and pentatonic. It's a chord progression that will work with both. And the reason why I'm referencing the chord progression is because I actually created a loop for this lesson. And you can find the loop and use it to hone your skills and hone these ideas and work them and polish them up. You can find the track at riffninja.com/rifftricks. And let's start by doing A minor diatonic on the B string. So our first note could be the B, then a C, then a D, then an E, then an F, then a G, then an A, then a B, then a C, D, E, right up off your fretboard if you like. And the frets, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 8th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret, 13th fret, 15th fret, and 17th if you like. For the pentatonic variation, and I usually like to blend the pentatonic and the diatonic together because the pentatonic has larger note distances between them, and we omit the 2 and the 6 from the A minor, from any minor for that matter, to get the pentatonic. So the 2 is the B note, and the 6 is the F. So now we're not going to start on a B. We're going to omit that B. We're going to go C, D, E, skip the F, go to G, A, skip the B, go to C, D, and E. Frets, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, skip that, skip the F, 8th fret, 10th fret, skip the 12th fret, the B, 13th fret, 15th and 17th. Okay? And this is a great scale and scale idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine a hammer-on move with our E drone. And this is a great idea. You could use this idea to join 2 different scale positions on your fretboard, which is what we're going to do later. I'm created a 6-bar solo and use some of the ideas here as an example. And so you do need to learn about the jam track. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this move, and you'll see in the tab that I've got a descending in diatonic from the 12th fret. And you just pick the B string, hammer the 12th fret, and then strike the open E underneath it. So pick down, hammer, pick up. Now, a hammer is really important to get a clear note. A lot of my students, when they first learn this, their note timing is uneven, but you need a steady, even time. Hammer, pick, and you let the two notes ring out. So the other trick is you got to watch whatever finger you use. Like this is a one finger lick if you want. I'll probably use my second finger because it's really strong with the hammer on. Because you do have to get your hammer on pretty good so that it rings out over the high E. And you don't want to mute it with the fleshy edge of your finger on the high E. You want that high E to ring out. So if we were to go from there, we'd go down diatonically, right? So we're starting at the high B at the 12th fret. So that's the B, that's the A, that's the G, that's the F, and that's the most tense out of the harmonies. Doesn't sound great when you just play that individually, but as you pass through it, because the notes belong in that scale to begin with, it sounds just fine. It's just something you don't want to end your phrase on, right? But it technically belongs in there. It's not the greatest sounding harmony. It's called a major second. That's, or should I say a minor second, because it's an F and an E, which is the worst harmony we have. And then after that, it goes to the E. So again. And then we have a D, a C, so I'm going to demo that right now with the track and just go through that a few times descending. It's just a 2-bar phrase. Okay, here we go. So now you get the idea for that. And now we're going to do a little demo of the pentatonic, and I'm going to descend in the pentatonic, but I'm going to start at the 17th fret because we don't have as many notes. So I'm going to start at the 17th fret. Then to the 15th. Then to the 13th. Then to the 10th. Then to the 8th. Then to the 5th. This is the unison. Then to the 3rd fret. 1st fret. And no open. So we're going to go from the 17th fret. And that's what you're going to get. Okay, let's give that a try. All right, so you get that idea. And it's a good idea to use the jam track loop to just move around. And you can, I'll give you a little demo of that right now. I'll use a little bit of pentatonic and a little bit of diatonic. And you can move them up or down or skip a note or two, especially the 2 and the 6 out of the diatonic, and that can create some really cool melodic movement in your solos. So let's do that right now. I'm just going to have a little fun with it. you practice like that and get familiar with the scales, you'll be ready for the next lesson when I see you. All right. If you like this lesson and you'd like to check out some more lessons like this, go to riffninja.com/rifftricks. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you in the next lesson.